Hey guys, it's Steven here, and today I'm back with another movie review, and today I'm going to be reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is directed by James Gunn and is the sequel to the extremely successful Guardians of the Galaxy, which came out in 2014, and in this film we follow the same cast of characters as the first film, Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot, as they're now working together as a team, going off on their little space adventures, kicking ass, and listening to awesome music and sometimes getting paid while they're doing it. That sounds awesome. Um, but in this film, Star-Lord, played by Chris Pratt, meets his father, played by Kurt Russell, for the first time, and a whole bunch of action ensues and comedy, and and a lot of music, and we have a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So, guys, let's get into it. First, let's start off with the acting. Now, we've already grown to like these characters already, and I think like the first film, every actor who plays these characters are great. Chris Pratt as Star-Lord is great. Dave Bautista as Drax, and Zoe Saldana as Gamora. And this film also introduces a few new characters like Kurt Russell as Ego is the name of his character. And I mean, he's Kurt Russell, okay? He's awesome. And how is he in this movie? He's great. And there's some other characters, Nebula, played by Karen Gillan, who I think she was one of the weakest parts of the first film. And in this movie, I think her character is stronger. And but like the first film, I think just she was a little bit too over the top with the performance. But I'd say she was serviceable for the most part. And I think the best character and the best character of the movie would be Yondu, played by Michael Rooker. This guy stole every scene he was in. Okay, I liked him in the first film, but he is great in the this one. Okay, he's a lot more interesting of a character. He's more of a likable character, and Michael Rooker as the character did a great job. And so as for the acting and the characters, also just want to mention you also have the voice of Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon. He does a great job. And of course, we have to mention Baby Groot. And first of all, Baby Groot is adorable. I have to mention that. And how is he? He's great. He got a lot of laughs out of the audience. And so as for the acting, I'd say it was pretty solid, like the first movie was. Next, let's move on to the directing. Now, James Gunn directed the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think you could tell that he understands this world and he understands these characters. And I'd say he did a really good job with directing the movie. Sorry. And I especially like the direction that he took these characters in, which I think I'll get more into. I'll talk more about that once I get to the script and the story. But I think as for his direction, there's a few times when he does very still shots. It may sound weird, but there are these scenes where the camera is just it's like at just this one angle, and at parts it took me out of the movie, but it's only like one or two scenes. But overall, I'd say he did a really good job. And especially with the opening scene, which was done in one take, which is incredible. And so moving on to the script and the story. Now, I mentioned with the directing, the direction they take these characters in. The thing that the script does so well is it fleshes out the characters even more, almost even more than the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, unlike the first Guardians of the Galaxy, I think the story is the biggest problem with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I mean, the story is decent, but in the first movie, it was it was a simplistic story, okay? You know, how you meet the characters, they come together, and in the end, they have to set aside their differences to fight a common threat. In this movie, I think the story is a little bit jumbled and a little bit messy, but I think the reason why this movie works is because of these characters, and there's a lot of really great, hilarious moments like the first movie. The script gives the character of Drax, played by Dave Bautista, as I said, and he's more funny and likable in this one. And while like he doesn't his character doesn't get more fleshed out in this one because like we pretty much know this character by now. But as for the other characters, like the they explain more about these characters. Like they explain why Nebula and Gamora don't like each other. They talk about Rocket and his problems and Star-Lord and what he's going through. And that's one of the things that this movie, as I said, does better than the first film. I mean, the characters in the first film were great, but this movie just elevates them even more. And so the story, while it's a little bit messy, I'd say the script overall was really good. Now, next, let's move on to the technical qualities. Now, like the first movie, technical qualities are through the roof. Set design, like costumes, visuals, the makeup and everything, the prosthetics, they all is incredible. It's mind blowing. Um, and this movie, like, kind of it expanded the universe even more. I guess you say in a way like Star Wars, but I don't know if it's quite like Star Wars. And obviously, Star Wars is much better. But I'm not here to talk about Star Wars. I'm talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, obviously, as far as technical quality goes, incredible. And so my overall thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, while it's not as good as the first movie, I think some things could be improved upon, but still, it's a quality movie, and one of the better Marvel sequels there is. And overall, I'd say it's an enjoyable time at the theater, and a good way to kick off the summer movie season. So, my overall grade for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 will be B+, or, yeah, I'm gonna give it a grade of a B+, and, let me know down in the comment section below, what is your favorite film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far? Mine would probably be, the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, I love it. I've rewatched this more than any other, Marvel film. So, thanks as always for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.